intensity in training this week as you guys look towards, a 2-match road trip starting in Seattle this weekend?
Well, we had a game last night, so it's more been less so about the trainings, but preparing for the El Salvador game, which I thought was a good exercise for a bunch of guys that have not gotten a lot of minutes, and we ended up getting the starters about 30 minutes, so that was a good run out for them as well. And now we turn the page, and all eyes on Seattle today, and up until game time. We know Seattle very well. We just saw them a few months ago, and we remember that it was a really good series, and unfortunately we were down a man for 2 of those. It seems to be a theme that we're down against them. It's been good preparation today, tomorrow. Guys will be ready. We understand Seattle's a very difficult opponent in their building. It's turf. They are so it takes a little bit of time to get used to that part, but we'll go in with a plan and hopefully get something out of the game.
And like you mentioned, it's a rematch of last season's playoff series. How much juice does that give the team? And then what kind of match?
Yeah, again, I think it's pretty fresh in our memories. Everybody has different motivations on, how they bring their best, and I don't really care what the motivation is for players. But it does matter to have motivation. So if a few players use that to be at their best, great. It's again, we understand it's a tough task, but it's something I think this team right now is excited about, and we're able to go into Columbus and against a good team in a tough atmosphere and get something out of it, and hopefully we can continue to do that in our away form. But we know there's going to be some resiliency to this, and that it's a tall task. But yeah, like I said, I think they're up for it.
Yeah. And you touched on it a little on your first answer, just about last night's when everyone getting minutes, especially the young guys. How beneficial was that for them, to walk away with the victory, giving them confidence for this weekend?
Well, usually the victories don't really mean anything in those moments, but frankly, we haven't had one in a little bit. So that is, it's part of it. And you could tell the mood was a little lighter today, and some of that comes with results, and some of that also comes with guys playing, right? There's been a lot of guys that, stepped onto that field that haven't gotten minutes, and it was good for the coaching staff to see what they are about and see them in our kind of in our structure and what that looks like, whether it's Junior, Michael Holiday. It's fun to watch Diego score a goal of that caliber. He's a guy that's been with D2. Has put a lot of time and effort into this club. So for him to have his first kind of start with the first team and get that goal was a nice moment. And, I was looking at Kenny over there, who was kind of a proud poppy in some ways because he's worked with him for a few years. So these are great moments that you gotta in real time kind of appreciate.